It's about the Maverick Hunters, General. They are far too eager to please the humans and continue to hunt down the Reploids. Do you believe they pose a significant threat?
Perhaps.
You already know the truth, General. Their sole mission has been to destroy any Reploids who fail to do as the humans order. It's in your best interest to stop them now, before they turn on you. You possess enough power to destroy them!
You are dismissed.
What?
I will not betray the humans. Remove yourself from my sight. My business with you has concluded.
Very well. But you will change your mind soon, I assure you.
Alright. Welcome to the Megaman X4 Let's Play. Yeah, so finally, now we make the jump to the PlayStation 1, which has awesome graphics, by the way. But first we have our intro stage. Yeah, and this intro stage has probably my favorite intro stage theme of any Mega Man X game, the Sky Lagoon theme for X, which is awesome. It's just a kick-ass theme that really gets you pumped up, like for what's up ahead. Because going forward with X4 and onwards, the story gets a little bit more darker or a little bit more serious as opposed to the first 3 games. But we'll explain more as we got some important plot. Apparently the Sky Lagoon is about to fall, and apparently a lot of people are gonna apparently die. So we have to evacuate immediately. Alright. And unfortunately, everything is just like an utter destruction. Oh well. So yeah, so X4, the story is really dark. It's like where it gets a little bit more serious, and I like that kind of tone of gameplay. So yeah, I mean the intro stage. Actually, this intro stage could be very could be challenging if you don't know what you're doing, because a lot of obstacles can crush you, or you can fall off a pit, or you get crushed like that. Yeah, so if you bum rush through this stage, you could easily you know, lose a life here. So try not to bum rush it unless you know what you're doing. Yeah. So like I said, I mean, I really love the music from the intro stage. It's just so upbeat. It just when you listen to it, it sounds like it wants to be a Mega Man X game. It's not generic. It's awesome. All right, got a free 1-up and a full restore to refill our health. All right, now we're about to run into our sub boss. Wonder what could it be. Oh boy, another giant mechanoid. Haven't fought three of these things already. Yeah, so in typical X fashion, you know the drill. Just shoot it with the charge buster, and that's it. Simple as that. Alright. Yeah, this one could give you kind of a, it's not too challenging. It's not too challenging, but whatever. Typical sub-boss, just one more shot and it's dead. Alright. Well, it's like they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Ah, yes, the Colonel. So apparently X is basically saying, you know, is accusing the Colonel for all this destruction. And rather than just telling the Colonel and his army just to, you know, drop their weapons, the Colonel refuses, and thus X is labeling all as Mavericks. So basically X is a little bit whiny in this game. Oh well. Guess we're gonna have to stop them. Yeah, I'll explain more.
Brave soldiers of Reploids, we have all been wrongfully judged as mavericks by the humans. We cannot suffer this indignity and live in disgrace. We will build our own nation of Reploids. But remember, this is neither about insurrection nor rebellion against our human creators. This is about our liberty and security. We must battle for our own individual rights and our own survival. Together we will build our nation, a sanctuary for all Reploids, our own utopia. Let us forge onward towards a new golden era for the Repliforce.
I too share the general sentiment. Take heed, we have no other choice. Let us fight valiantly, with courage and pride, without fear, for we are the Repliforce. The most powerful army in history!
The General has finally taken action. And now, my Maverick Hunters, what will you do? I'll be watching closely from here on out.
Alright, we are back. So yes, now we have to go after, well actually, it's not, we're going after 8, Mavericks. Well actually, in this game, 5 of the robots, are not Mavericks. They work for Repliforce. But, you know, they're kinda in our way, so we have to stop them, cause we're X. But first, we're gonna get an awesome upgrade. And as you notice, I implemented a code which allows X to get a really cool, awesome upgrade, which is the Ultimate Armor. You can only activate this by activating the code, and the moment that X has that purple outline, that means you implemented the code correctly, and now we get the Ultimate Armor, which is by far the best armor in period in the X series. And I am not exaggerating. Like, this armor is so broken, it's so much fun to use. Like, it's just amazing. This armor right here, it gives you all 4 armor abilities, you know, typical air dash, you know, your charge buster shots, you can charge your special weapons, but the best upgrade you get is your Giga attack, which is a Nova Strike, which you can do infinitely, and you're invincible while doing the Nova Strike, and it's really broken. Like, you can just go through the whole game just doing the Nova Strike, and you know, win the game that way. And that's the way I'm gonna do it, because this is the only way I can play X4 comfortably. Because I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I tried playing X4, try to get the 4 armor parts, I cannot do it. Like, getting the leg upgrade, normally that capsule you get the leg upgrade, which lets you air dash, and it lets you hover for a few seconds. But when you start to get the other armor parts, like the arm cannon, you actually get 2 arm cannons in this game. You can choose whichever one you want, and the one I would recommend is the plasma shot, which you just saw right there, which is really cool. But in order to get the arm upgrade, we have to, it's basically in Storm Owl stage, and you have to use Web Spider's ability, which we're gonna get after we destroy him, and you gotta jump on that web and do a tricky climb. It's really hard, and I can never pull it off, and it's in an area by spikes. So of course they're gonna make the Dr. Light capsule cryptic. So just because of that, and the helmet upgrade, I can never get it also, which is in another stage. And I said, you know what, screw it. It's my LP, we're gonna show off the ultimate armor, so let's do this. And we run into our first boss, which is Web Spider, who's protecting that laser cannon right there. And yes, for this game, I am including the boss theme, because the boss theme in this game is also awesome. It's kick-ass. In the other games, I just ignored because, you know what, I didn't really like them. So, but here, it's really upbeat. Yeah, so the Nova Strike is, like I said, is really broken. You could easily make mincemeat of all these bosses. Yeah. Yeah, but we are gonna do the typical same thing. You know, we're gonna collect, you know, our heart pieces and all that stuff. So, yeah, I just want to get the armor now because, you know what? It's the only way I can play this game comfortably. I know I mentioned that, but like I said, I mean, I can't get all the armor pieces legitimately. Like I said, it's just too frustrating. And I'll explain more on the next part. Alright, now we're in Magma Dragoon stage, which is a volcano, which is awesome. Yeah, so according to the intro, in Japan, they're called the Irregular Hunters. But knowing how, you know, sometimes Capcom can be lazy with the localization, you know, they don't call them as, we call them Mavericks, but over there they're called Irregular Hunters, but oh well. Yeah, so Magma Dragoon apparently went all Maverick. I don't know why, but we're here to get some answers. Alright, that first half wasn't so bad. Yeah, Magma Dragoon stage is really short if you know what you're doing. And right now I'm using using the ultimate armor. There are fun techniques you can use. Like you can get yourself a nice little air dash before you do the Giga attack, which is the Nova Strike, to get yourself even more momentum in the air. It's a fun trick I just learned the other day. Alright, and the cool thing is with this ride armor, we can ride on it on lava. Alright, so we're approaching the boss, so this stage is really not that long. So I'll get more on Dragoon when we actually get to him. Oh, we should be approaching him right here actually. And the fun part is, you can actually bring the ride armor with you to fight Dragoon. Alright, we're about to get his side of the story, why he went Maverick. So apparently Dragoon wanted to do, he basically destroyed the Sky Pillar just to go for X or Zero to fight him. Like seriously, dude? You couldn't just say, hey, want to have a nice friendly fight? But no, he had to go all Maverick. And yes, Magma Dragoon does Street Fighter moves, which is cool. They're all based off Akuma's moves. As you can see, he has the beats, which are basically Akuma's, which is awesome. Just the Hadouken, the Shoryuken. But I'm the only one that can Shoryuken. That plasma shot. And now Dragoon is dead. But unlike the other Mavericks or Robot from Reploids, Dragoon is the only one that gets this dialogue scene right here. Well, it's not like he had it coming. Oh, that's what you get for being Maverick. Just send X out there to do the work.